Welcome everyone to our online 21-day course. This is day 27 and we are in our second session of the year. My name is Mark and I'm in New Jersey and we've been enjoying very, very warm weather today. If you are new to the course, absolutely no problem. Every episode is recorded on our course webpage. And we have lots of Sahaja Yoga teachers standing by to answer your questions in the chat. Because this is Sahaja Yoga and it's about unleashing your own inbuilt potential, it's always free. So here's a reminder that if you don't have your foot soaking equipment ready, your bowl, your towel, your rinse, and some warm salted water, you can get your foot soaking bowl ready. And if you need even more additional support, we also have a mentoring program. So we'll put the application form in the Zoom chat and you can request a mentor. Kind of like a big brother or a big sister to just be there as you explore Sahaja Yoga and may be able to answer some of your questions. On Sunday, we talked about the power of childlike innocence, a quality that is actually never lost. And today's topic, we're going to look at pure inspiration. So I'd like to introduce the presenters. There'll be someone who guides us through a meditation and foot soak, someone who guides us through a quiet second meditation, and special treat, we'll have a musician. So welcome everybody. If you want to introduce yourselves. Hi, Wendy.
Okay. Hi, I'm Wendy. I'm from Los Angeles, and really thrilled to be here to talk about creativity and inspiration because I feel that's what gives us the most joy in life.
All right. Looking forward to it. Hi, Alice.
Hi, joining you from St. Louis, and again, I'm also very happy to be here to share this session with all of you and talk about, a very nice topic, which we'll develop a little further.
All right. And hello, Advaith. If you can just tell us what instrument you'll be playing and what we will be hearing from you.
Yep. So hello, everyone. It's very nice to meet you. I'm Advaith. I'm from Tampa, and I just want to share this lovely instrument. It's known as the mridangam, and it's a percussion instrument from the southern part of India, and I just hope that it kind of helps to kind of allow us to all go deeper in the meditative state. And yeah, looking forward to enjoying this session with you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it because it's going to be a little bit different from many of us who assume that what we listen to has to be a melody. But in this case, we're going to be listening to percussion, which can have a profound effect on our meditation as well. So now, with great delight, I turn it over to Wendy.
Well, hi, everyone. We have an exciting program tonight. We're focusing on the second chakra, the Swadhisthana Chakra, and the process of pure inspiration and the creativity happens in this center. We're going to review with a slide the basic qualities of the left, center, and right. So creativity is the overall quality, and I guess we would say the central Nabi chakra is what helps to hold the creative process together. And on the left side of the Swadhisthana, which is, you can see on the diagram, it's on your thumb fingers. So the left Swadhisthana would be on your left thumb. And it's the yellow chakra just above the Muladhara chakra. And on the left side, we have the pure knowledge, which is basically the truth. And one of the best ways to feel what is the truth or what is the pure knowledge is by being able to feel vibrations. And we have our pure attention, and that's on the right Swadhisthana. It's also part of the right Nabi chakra. The liver is a very large organ. And our pure attention is very helpful because it helps us to have pure action, which is the quality of the whole right side channel. And inspiration and dynamism is the quality, inspiration being the quality, I guess you would say, starts in the left Swadhisthana, and the dynamism, which sort of takes us through to carrying out our creative intentions, is on the right side. So we can take this slide down. And so we're all here. You know, we're talking about the chakras and all these things, but we're really here to go quiet inside and to be free. And one of the beautiful qualities of the Swadhisthana Chakra is it can help us to be free, to express through creativity our true self. And sometimes we don't even know what that is until we start going through a creative process. So we're going to start our foot soak, and we're going to focus on desiring to have these dynamic powers within us of inspiration and dynamism. So first, let's start by raising up our kundalinis and giving ourselves a bandhan. And as we give the bandhan, it's helpful to keep our awareness on our right hand and see if we can feel the cool vibrations being drawn around us as a protection. Now we're going to give vibrations to our foot soak. So we can give the foot soak a bandhan in the clockwise direction. And then feel with our hands when we're finished if the water has gone cool. We may or may not be able to feel this, and when we feel the water is ready, we can put our feet in. If you're wearing glasses, this is a good time that you can take your glasses off and just allow your Agnya chakra to rest and your eyes to rest. So let's close our eyes and bring our awareness very gently inside. We don't need a really intense focus, just a gentle focus to see, how am I feeling inside? One thing that can help us really relax into meditation is the breath. So we'll go ahead and take 3 cleansing breaths together. Breathe in slowly and deeply. Hold it for a few seconds at the end. and then exhale. And as we breathe out through our mouth, we can just breathe out all the stress, physical and emotional. So let's take our cleansing breaths together. Once we finish our cleansing breaths, we can just breathe normally and watch our breath as the air comes in and out of our lungs. And just allow that rhythm of our breath to help us slow down, quiet down inside. And as we continue to watch our breath, we can just allow our bodies to relax. Just allow our shoulders to relax. All the muscles on our face, our jaw. It's nice when we start a meditation to give a little attention to the left heart chakra, where we can put our right hand above our physical heart. This is where our spirit resides within us. We can allow our hand to guide our focus inside into our physical heart. Just see how our heart feels. We can bring our hand down, just keep our awareness in our heart. And let's desire in our hearts all together to be one with our spirit and to find a way to express that connection to others through our creativity. Mother Kundalini, please, may we be truly divinely inspired by our spirit. We can take our right hand, put our right hand just above our hip on the left side, lower abdomen. So comforting to put our hand on a chakra, because with our hand we're guiding the Kundalini and we're asking for more Kundalini to go and heal this chakra. So sometimes when we accept false knowledge, we can hurt this chakra. So let's just desire inside to focus on the vibrations and to feel the true knowledge. And if something comes along that hurts us or that's hurtful, we just don't do that thing. Let's say quietly to ourselves, Mother Kundalini, please give me the pure knowledge. Let me feel the truth within me. We can take our right hand and put it palm up in our lap, but let's keep our awareness very gently in the Swadhisthana Chakra near our hip. This is where inspiration begins within us. It's a beautiful power that gives us a great deal of freedom. So let's just desire that we establish the power of inspiration within us. Mother Kundalini, we desire to be free, to be our true selves, and to express that through our inspiration. We can take our left hand and put it on the right side, just above the hip, lower abdomen. This is where being very busy and hectic, thinking too much, takes away our joy. So let's just desire inside to have peace, to be free from too much thinking, planning. So when we feel our awareness is very gently placed in our right Swadhisthana, we can take the left hand and put that in our lap. Keep our awareness in this dynamic area. Within us, this is where dynamism comes, and we put into action our inspirations. So let's desire that we have this beautiful power of dynamism established within us. Mother Kundalini, please help us to become very dynamic, to share with the world our inner visions, feelings, and thoughts, and may they be inspired. Now we can take our right hand and put the right hand in the center Swadhisthana, lower abdomen. And this chakra governs our creative process, helps us to take our inspirations and tether it with the right side channel, brings us into balance with our creativity. So let's just desire, Mother Kundalini, please may we establish this beautiful power of creativity within ourselves. Please give us the freedom to create from our heart. We can take our hand, put it palm up in our lap. Let's put our awareness on the entire nabi. I'm sorry, the entire Swadhisthana. And we'll just sit in silence for several minutes. So keeping our awareness at the top of our head, let's go ahead and rinse our feet and put the bucket to the side. Now we're going to meditate together to a video of Shri Mataji, our founder, where she talks about this dynamism within us and the Swadhisthana Chakra and our creativity.
When you come for a program, there are many others who are already feeling vibrations. And you don't feel it. It's like, you see, they have a property and you don't have, sort of a thing. So, your mind which has worked through competition, mind which has worked through realizing that somebody has something I don't have, haves and have-nots. That mind starts putting fear into your head. Oh God, will you have it or not? Will I get it? Or even if I get it, will I lose it? And that fear I see on the faces of many new people. Give up that fear. You are all going to get your realization. Give up that fear. You have not entered into any competition here. Just to relax. Just relax. Then the more you want to do about Sahaja Yoga, again you are tense. I have to meditate early in the morning, I have to get up tomorrow early in the morning. You see, you go on questioning yourself. Whole night you won't sleep. And when you are meditating, you are dozing. Relax. God is looking after you, believe me. He is going to give you realization, and He is going to look after you, and He is going to wake you up in the morning too. But relax. The first idea that I can do it is wrong. He has to. It's not working out because you think you can do it. If you can come to this conclusion that I cannot do it, it is His mercy, His graciousness has to work. But after realization, you have to do something, in the sense you have to desire. But when I say you have to desire it, again you will say, all right, now I am going to sit down here and nail myself to this place, and I am going to sit down and desire. This desire is a dead desire. You see, just pushed onto your head that, oh, I must desire, Mother has told I must desire. You have to be hungry. You don't say that I have to desire that I have to be hungry, do you? The hunger is from within, which is there, no doubt, but is clouded. The hunger is clouded because you have fear. If you put a goat before a tiger and give him to eat, he will reduce with that eating whatever it is. Because it has that fear that there is a tiger which is going to eat you. So first kill all the imaginary tigers around you. Again we come back to the same. That desire must come from within. And it is there. What is clouded? Relax. It should not be that I am very relaxed. It's childlike. It's simple. A relaxed person is just like a child. So not to get frightened, try to relax. That's all. For everyone. But relaxation never means that you are inactive. On the contrary, the person who is relaxed is extremely active on the exterior, but inside is absolutely silent. Absolutely relaxed and at ease. Outside you may feel, as you know now, at this time, tremendous vibrations are flowing. And I can see the flow, tremendous. And all the chakras are doing like this around me. But I see them and they are playing. At the most I may stop talking. But it is flowing. So whether it is for the seeking or for anything else in the world, the first thing is that you must take an attitude of a relaxed witness. If you can do that, then those who are not feeling vibrations will definitely feel. I've seen people on whom I've been working, it wouldn't work out. Of course, they were not rude or even arrogant, but felt very sad that they couldn't get the vibration. So I said, all right, today you go and enjoy the flowers in the garden, enjoy the birds, and talk to the sky and come back to it. It works out. Because you have been always like this. In Sahaja Yoga, you don't have to achieve anything. You become. First you become, and then mentally you understand Sahaja Yoga. But those who try to understand Sahaja Yoga mentally first are really in for trouble. If you understand this simple principle that when we become the spirit, we manifest a power which is just the opposite of any other so-called powers. Like you take science, it will analyze. Sahaja Yoga will synthesize. Take philosophy, so-called, it will try to find out the dogmas. Sahaja Yoga will neutralize all barriers of all the religions. Because all these forces are deadening, they deaden. The religion is deadened, God is deadened, everything is deadened by that. While Sahaja Yoga is a living force within you. And that's how it neutralizes all that is destructive, all that is deadly. It's a living force of God. It's a very powerful force. It's very wise. It understands everything. We have heard about it, but we never believed there could be such a force. And the first time we feel that force, we don't want to believe it. How can that be? Because we still don't believe that we can be the source of that force, which is integrating, which is synthesizing completely, which nourishes, which helps you to rise above falsehood to reality.
So let us just take a minute and bring our attention within. And let us just sit in meditation as we allow the music and the rhythm to help us achieve that state of meditation.
Let's just stay in silence and absorb the vibrations from the wonderful music. So we'll work a little bit on our Swadhisthana to continue to enter this state and to maintain this silence within. So we can give a bandhan to the right Swadhisthana. So that's turning around sort of just above the right hip, as if we are the clock. So turning left down, right up. And as we do this, we can ask Mother Kundalini, please purify my attention and establish the silence within me. Please remove anything that's preventing me from entering this state of silence, of pure joy. And we're removing, by doing this bandhan, we're removing all the impurities, all the negativities that are preventing us from further entering this state. And we'll just put our hand back down and stay in silence and see if our state changes. Keeping our attention at the top of our head, gently resting there. And as was said during the speech, just relax. Any tension, any thought, you just let it go. And now we will raise our Kundalini with the right hand, starting from the base of the spine, gently guiding the Kundalini up all the way to the top of the head. We can massage our scalp. We'll do this 2 more times. It really helps to guide our attention up into the Sahasrara, into the last energy center. And again, we'll just sit in silence for a minute or 2. Just enjoying the silence. And now all together, we can raise our Kundalini to finish the meditation. We really do this with full attention. And then we give ourselves a bandhan for each chakra.
Thank you, Alice. Thank you, Advaith. And thank you, Wendy. In a few minutes, we're going to invite all 3 of you back to share some of your experiences practicing Sahaja Yoga. But just have a few minutes of announcements before we get to that part of the program. So this is our session 2 of our 2025 course. And this session 2 runs Thursdays, Tuesdays, and Sundays for 7 weeks, 3 times a week. And it's always at 8:45 p.m. New York time. If you want even more enjoyment of the meditation, we also do on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the same Zoom link and the same time, a simpler meditation lasting about half an hour with a foot soak. And if you miss any of them, they're all recorded. So on Thursday, we will look at our attention, asking the key question that I always ask myself, where is my attention? And the attention becomes very powerful. Also on Thursday, to help the attention, we're going to try to cool down our overactive thinking by using ice. And there's many different ways we can apply the ice. So any of these methods you can see on the screen will work. And if you want more support, all the programs are recorded on the course website, and there's the QR code. You can request a mentor, and the form is in the Zoom chat. And you can also request a breakout room, and we also have a WhatsApp group. Plus, we have a handout for today on the Swadhisthana Chakra, which includes the affirmations you can say for the left, right, and center aspects of Swadhisthana. So if you do want to talk to a Sahaja Yoga teacher, you can go into Zoom chat, click on the plus sign, and say, I would like to go in a breakout room and have almost like a mini classroom with a Sahaja Yoga teacher. And breakout room help will set you up in a breakout room. The other way you can get questions answered is by just engaging in a chat with a Sahaja Yoga teacher. So then you hit the plus button and just request chat Q&A. So now I invite back Wendy, Alice, and Advaith, and I'm very anticipating learning a lot from their experiences. So welcome back, everybody. So I guess I'll ask Wendy, what does pure desire mean to you?
Pure desire is the desire that comes from the spirit, that comes from the divine. And you can feel the difference between a pure desire and something that's less pure because it has vibrations, I guess I'd say.
Advaith, what does pure desire mean to you?
I would say that pure desire to me would be a desire that you have that's kind of unconditional. There's no attachment to it, and it's different from a normal desire you would have, which is like you want something in return. And a pure desire is just, there's no strings attached. It's very unconditional, and that's what makes it pure, in my opinion. And that's what I would describe as a pure desire.
Also, we could note that I wanted it and I got it and I feel so dissatisfied. So that for me would be a way to go. I guess it was not a pure desire. I have 6 chocolate cakes before me. I ate them all, but somehow I don't have that contentment, that satisfaction. That is how you know it's a pure desire. So being with you 3 is a pure desire, and it's incredibly satisfying. All right.
I also would feel like the pure desire sort of manifests when it helps you in your growth, in your ascent. So that's another way to know if you desire something and it helps you. And I could see you with 6 cakes, actually, Mark. I could.
All right. Here's a question for Alice. What does pure knowledge mean to you, that other aspect of an enlightened Swadhisthana Chakra? What does pure knowledge mean to you?
So I guess pure knowledge, I think of it as something that's untarnishable. It's not something that change. So, for example, who you are as a person, your essence, that, like your spirit, is, I guess, pure knowledge in a way. It's a truth that won't change, but you might see yourself differently. If you're going through different things, you might look at yourself in different ways. But at the heart, you are that same spirit. It's just sometimes it might be a bit clouded, your perception of yourself or the truth that you are. So that, yeah, I don't know. That was one way of looking at pure knowledge.
What does pure knowledge mean to you, Advaith?
I'd say that for me, pure knowledge is it's kind of any knowledge about the truth, and you're seeking what really is that you're looking for in life. I guess it's a very vague description, but I would say, to me, as an example, like the fact that we have this energy within us and this power to our like availability, and the tremendous things that you can do with it. I would say that's something that is a pure knowledge, and it's very important to have. And I think that explains it better with an example than defining it more so.
Okay. Do you want to add anything, Wendy?
I'm so thoughtless. I'm struggling here. The truth. People say the truth is relative, but pure knowledge is the truth, and it's not actually relative. And the way you know what is the truth is through the vibrations. So if something is false, you can feel that it has hot vibrations. And if something is true, you can feel it has cool vibrations. And when I first came into Sahaj, I just ran around. I was so excited. Everything has vibrations. I can know like what's good for me and what's not good for me. So then you can find the truth about something, and then you can make good decisions so that you can keep your Swadhisthana, your left Swadhisthana, which catches from false things or things that are bad for you. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, that matches up with what Alice was saying, in that the pure knowledge doesn't change every day. That once you reach that core of truth, there it is. Yeah. Okay, and sticking with Wendy. Hi, Wendy. How has clearing your left Swadhisthana affected you in your life?
Well, I think I used to have some fears. I used to experience, I'm very sensitive to things, and sometimes if like something was scary or, like supernatural in some way, clearing my left Swadhisthana basically tethered me. So your left Swadhisthana gives you this incredible inspiration. And I was always sort of outside the box, and I almost like could have floated off the ground, and I needed something to tether me. And so when my left Swadhisthana became clearer, and then I was able to use the rest of my Swadhisthana Chakra to hold me down to the ground, I feel like I became more like a normal person. I mean, some people might say I'm not quite normal, but I'm a lot more like a normal person. I was very zany, and I feel like I'm a lot more like a normal person than I was before I cleared my left Swadhisthana. And I like to sit on the earth to clear that the left side and also the two lower chakras, Muladhara and Swadhisthana.
Have you noticed, Alice, how clearing left Swadhisthana helps you?
Yeah, I mean, funnily enough, the thing that comes to me is that I feel lighter as opposed to, but it's same kind of thing, I guess. It is the chakra that absorbs a lot of what we call like impure knowledge, or things that you catch from past experiences. And so when I clear my left Swadhisthana, I feel like it like alleviates or like removes that, I guess, accumulated baggage, which essentially just holds me back and holds me down. So it gives me that kind of lightness and frees me a bit more, as I think Wendy was mentioning in the meditation, to kind of have that freedom.
All right, I'll direct this next question. We have another one here for Advaith. Part of our enlightened Swadhisthana Chakra is realizing that we're not in charge. And sometimes we get anxious about that, well, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? So what are some ways that you have been able to let go of trying to always control everything in your life, Advaith?
For me, I guess that's actually a pretty big problem. It used to be. I would relate it mostly to my college life and student life in general, as trying to do a lot of things, whether it's music or academics. Trying to do stuff myself, I've noticed that just doesn't get me the result. Not even the right result, just sometimes I don't get anything out of it. And it's very cliche to say just let it go, which is kind of the whole topic, but I think that through the meditation you kind of figure out how to place your attention on the right thing, which you were foreshadowing that the next time it's going to be, where is my attention, which is basically the concept is you want to make sure you put your attention on the right thing, which is not these problems, and you should kind of surrender it. And how Shri Mataji was explaining that, God's with you and you just have to relax and let it go. So I guess that's kind of been my go-to thing to tell myself. It's just, I know that God's looking after me, and I just let it go, and I know that it'll happen in its own time.
Wendy, people might be really thinking, but I have to be in control of everything, don't I? What are some ways that you've been able to just let go?
I always find that when I try to be in control of things, they go so much worse. So I think I've been given like a little blessing or something of being really seeing that. I mean, I really don't like to be in control. I don't like to be controlled either, but I feel like if you are able to let go of the control, you can truly be with other people, like without the filter of your ideas and all your agenda or whatever it is. So I actually I really found that I've just really embraced that, to try to be present. And then the surrender comes from like, what am I feeling inside? What feels, through the vibrations, following the vibrations, and like, what feels good? And then do that, even if it's completely unplanned. I had an experience where for about 6 months I was trying to solve this problem, which for my mother, which was going to either help to get her to continue to live or not. And there was she was in a place, she'd moved all the way from Oakland all the way out to Southern California to live here, and she didn't want to move again. And the caregiver, the head of the place, didn't want to let her walk or get up or do anything that she needed to do to, be active. And every time she tried to stand up, they say, no, sit down. So I had to surrender it. And finally, when I surrendered it, the whole thing, I just, whatever it's meant to be, she wants to be there, we'll let her be here. I have no control, and I surrendered it. And I knew I should surrender it, but it took me a long time to surrender it. And when that happened, within 3 days, the woman sold the business and was gone. And it was somehow, it all worked out once I surrendered. So that was like a really big lesson for me, I guess.
You can just go thoughtless listening to stories like that. Another aspect of this incredible number 2 chakra, Swadhisthana, is the creativity. and how, if we're using that power, we get inspired. So how is the pure inspiration manifested in your life, Advaith, sitting there with this musical instrument? But what can you tell us about how you've noticed that working, the pure inspiration?
I would say that I mean, the creativity kind of speaks for itself. When you try to do music, there's always the creativity there. But in terms of inspiration, I think that I've always been into music, but I noticed that there's a big difference of when I practice or do music with doing meditation before and without doing meditation before. And it doesn't have to be like a whole sit down thing of like 30 minutes in meditation. It's just like a quick second to just bring your attention inside, and like you just surrender it. You know what you know, but then again, like the creativity, it all comes from within. It all comes from God. So I think that like the inspiration comes from the meditation, I think, and the state that I'm in. And I've noticed that really like excelled my music. Whenever I perform or even when I'm practicing, it makes a huge difference to me. So I kind of rely on that in a way.
How does pure inspiration express itself in your life, Alice?
Um, I mean, I definitely agree with that bit about the meditation or kind of being in that balanced state. Um, for for example, if I feel like I want to do some art or some drawing, I can like start off and maybe just not much is happening. But then if I sort of let myself, I guess, relax and enter that state of kind of thoughtlessness, kind of automatically start to notice that something much like the inspiration sort of like comes, and then something beautiful is created. Or another thing that comes to me is like one time we were hosting some friends over for dinner and just like making food and stuff. And then I don't know, just felt like, oh, why don't I just add this little detail or this little like, I don't know, decoration, and just letting that inspiration go through you and the beautiful things that come out. Yeah. I guess just being in tune with how you're feeling, how you're like being in the center.
How has it changed in your life, Wendy? Or have you noticed any change practicing Sahaja Yoga?
Create the creative process.
Yeah, you like
I think I
knowing that,
respect
wow,
it.
this is
Yeah,
inspired, or this is
yeah.
really, this is creative.
What I realize that I have, this is kind of personal, but a pretty slow creative process, like a deep one, but it's a lot slower than something I might be able to think up or, come up with. And so I've spent a lot of time respecting that process and, giving myself the room before I jump into something to allow my creativity to approach it. And like creativity can be in any aspect of your life. It can be, you can be a scientist and be creative about your science. You can be, creative about your business. So it's really about where your decisions come from, where your actions come from. So if you allow your inspiration some space, a little room, then you can act on that inspiration more clearly instead of like going down the wrong, oh, I went this way and that didn't feel right. And then, so you just give yourself the space to express who you are and see what that is. And it's not always like, oh, I know exactly what I feel inside, Sometimes you have to meditate on it. Like I do this thing my dad taught me, is very clever fellow. He said, if you have something that you want to, be creative about, or you want to solve or something, when you go to sleep, right before you go to sleep, put it in your attention and ask for the solution. To happen while you sleep. So I always sleep on anything that I'm doing and make sure that it feels right inside before I take an action and go forward.
Very much enjoying just being in the Zoom room, with these creative people and noticing that it's hard to formulate too many thoughts at this moment. So it's a very good feeling. So let me just offer my gratitude to spending this evening program with you three, and to all the people that have tuned in. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you Thursday.
Thank you, Mark.